Hey guys, it's Alexis with Create Your Future. I am back with a brand new video. And today, as always, I am talking about manifesting specific person. And today specifically, I am going to be talking about how to switch and change and feel into and be the version of you that is receiving the love, receiving the adoration, receiving the commitment from your person, if that is something that you're manifesting. Before I get started, the links to booking one-on-one coaching, hypnosis, my courses, hypnosis audios, it's all in the box below. Okay. So you guys, today I am not wearing my wedding ring just by circumstance. If you've seen my previous videos, everything in my marriage is a-okay. Sometimes I don't wear it because in between clients, I'm with my son or cooking. Okay. I just noticed I'm not wearing it. Okay. Okay. So, now, all right. Today's topic is about something I get asked a lot. And these are usually from people that have received what they don't want from their person, or they're receiving or feeling or seeing or sensing either rejection and or abandonment from their person. This also applies to you if you've been through a breakup recently. It looks like things are in your 3D reality aren't going where you want it to go, or things have happened, things have come to light where you're taking a break with your person, a blip has happened, there has been a full-blown breakup talk, or something has happened in your outer reality. Okay. The client that I'm referencing, she did have a full-blown breakup with her person. And then we spent time recreating, refocusing, rethinking on her scenario within about her, and her scenario within as it relates to her person. Okay. Just as a reminder, your inner reality, which is your imagination, you guys, most of you already know this, your feelings, your thoughts, your assumptions project into your outer reality. And therefore that is what you interact with. That is the life that you're living. And you are the one that we are changing, refocusing, and rethinking from within. And specifically in this kind of scenario, who am I in this scenario with my person? There's you and there's them. Within you, who am I and who are they? And how do I associate to them? Okay. Now, if you've been through a breakup, something has happened, something has come to light in your reality, I also want to say it does not mean that anything. It means nothing about the future. It means nothing about you. It really, frankly, as out there and bonkers as this sounds, it means nothing to us about the potential of you and your person. What it might mean is that it happened, it was created because your needs also are not being met in the relationship, and you're desiring to be more deeply cherished, treasured, wanted, loved, wanting to receive the full-blown commitment easily, effortlessly, wanting them to constantly pursue you, wanting them to do things for you, wanting and really having a heartfelt desire for having that close emotional connection where your person is there for you and they unconditionally love and accept you. Okay. So I'm just saying, if things haven't been going right in your 3D, like I've said in some previous videos, it also could be a culmination of your needs not being met. And oftentimes when I ask people, and I ask a lot of questions in one-on-one sessions, well, why do you think that happened? Well, why do you think that really manifested? Were you also truly happy in the situation, in the dynamic, in what was going on? Because oftentimes what we tend to do is talk a lot about the other person, right? He said this, she said that, he did this, they did that, they. But remember that your reality comes from you. It comes from you, and it really is all about you and who you are deciding you are within your sphere of existence, sphere of reality. You are the operant power of your reality. You are the only creator in your reality. The only mind and the only projector that projects is you. This is true, and this is a fact. Okay. So in any event, how do we put this all together, and how do we recreate a scenario? How do we go from breakup to makeup? How do we go from fighting to reconciliation? How do we go from distance, aloof, cold, unemotional to caring, kind, loving, compassionate, consistent? Well, the thing is that it is specific to each person. I have different recommendations to each person that I speak about with one-on-one, but I'm going to reference the client success story and then get into some of the recommendations that she and I had talked about that really, really helped propel her along, create a deeper sense of empowerment within herself to create her reality, to be unaffected and unbothered by the things in her reality that she didn't want, and how to more deeply associate to who she wanted to be, the relationship she wanted to create, and her person within her. Okay. Dear Alexis, thank you so much for your sessions, your laughs, and telling me many times to get tissues and that it was okay to be crying and that I did not have to hold my tears back when I was talking to you. I so appreciate your guidance, your mentorship, and you really helping me persist along in the recreation of my entire relationship with my person. Just to give a little bit of a background story before I began working with Alexis, me and my boyfriend had totally broken up, and we had gone from talking about marriage and a proposal and having a whole future together to him deciding and telling me flat out that he had lost all feelings for me. He was no longer in love with me, no longer loved me, and wanted me to move out because I was living with him, and that he saw no future with us together. He no longer wanted to get married. He no longer wanted kids. And all these things had come about at a time when I was also feeling my lowest. I had a low self-esteem because of what was going on at work and with my own family, and my confidence was completely thwarted. When I first met him, he did so many things for me. He nearly one time walked around my house and picked up all of the things that were around the house that weren't even his and put them back together. I was so shocked in those initial months that I think that all the things that he did for me, I had never really experienced. And that also got him on this huge pedestal in my mind. Anyways, fast forward to now. I am happy to say that we are back together. And yes, we are back together better than ever, as Alexis has said in so many of her videos. And I really now realize that I truly am the creator of my reality at a deeper, more intrinsic feeling, felt nervous system level than I had before. Previously, things would easily get me off track. People, places, things that weren't of what I wanted would easily take me out of being focused. And now I realize that so much of it is really no big deal. And that now the most important thing is that he is talking about us moving. I'm leaving out a location, moving into the other house he always talked about together. And I have already moved back in to house number 1. He is constantly telling me that he has changed his mind about marriage. He wants kids with me. He wants a family with me. And now we are more aligned than ever. I am honestly happy also to say that I manifested it all because it was exactly what I needed to bring us back together in an even better, more in love, more having fun kind of way. See you soon in my next session. And I can't wait to see my success story video. Thank you so much for all your guidance. XO. Okay. There were some like typos and things, so I had a little bit of difficulty reading it. No problem. Now, what did she do, right? What did she do in her process to really turn things around and change things? Okay. The first thing that I really had her work on was being the one that was at the epicenter and creating her reality, feeling that and being that all the time. Now, as I think that everyone has gotten very used to taking everything and putting into an affirmation. I even see it with one-on-one clients. I will say something in a session and they will automatically, it's like this. Okay. Not everything, you guys, is best put into one affirmation. I am talking about who are you being, how are you feeling, and who are you holding yourself to be all of the time, right? Now, I have people do check-ins. So we have to start out with you checking in with yourself once an hour or twice an hour and reminding yourself and really thinking, am I deciding that reality is up to me? Am I deciding that I am at the core center of my movie and that this is me? Like I get to have what I want because it's me, right? That's what I had her do. First and foremost, it's a foundational thing that you have to figure out a way that you can do this for yourself, that it's easy, it's workable, and that you can blend it into what you're doing. Your mental diet, the affirmations of self, changing self-concept, changing your specific person. We all have to do all of that. But deeper than that, you guys, is reminding yourself and coming into the place, I've talked about this in recent videos, at being the cause, being the creator, of your reality. So if you're the cause and you're the creator of your reality, there is little to no reason to be extremely stressed and extremely triggered all of the time, right? I talk to a lot of people who are highly triggered, highly stressed by their SP, who are highly stressed, highly triggered by a lot of people in their reality. And you just want to begin through this process of reclaiming being the operant power, the creator of your reality, that not allowing other people outside of you to take away your sense of power, and not even sometimes having to affirm for the opposite to happen. It's just saying, oh, okay, well, guess what? I'm still the creator of my reality. I'm at the epicenter of my reality no matter what happens. And this is who I am. And I'm creating beautiful, wonderful things where I can just be focusing on having a sense of happiness and stability all the time. The other thing with this client is she had a real big tendency and habit of getting very, very, very scared, worried, afraid, unstable, worrisome with the SP. Now, she was, as we identified, prone to being worried, afraid, scared, feeling unsafe, essentially, because that's how she felt for so many years with previous partners and in her childhood. Okay. So there's two big things that are foundational concepts to think about. Number one is coming back to self and learning how to talk to self and be with the self and feel all the time, you guys. It isn't just one thought in the morning and in the afternoon. I am the operant power. I am God. I'm a child of God. No, it's really, really choosing to be that all the time, and choosing through that experience to also add on to being safe, stable, secure, in control of your thoughts. I remember the time that I, Alexis, first affirmed, because it did come down to an affirmation, I am safe, right? I had someone I worked with give me that affirmation when I was receiving coaching. Like, I have been very transparent previously. To become a coach, I've had a lot of coaching. I've had a lot of mentorship in college, outside of college. I did it all. Okay. And I had one person say to me, you know, a lot of this depends upon your feeling of safety. And they had said to me, do you feel safe? And I thought, what? Out of all of the times and years that I've had facilitators, no one is actually, even when I was in stereotypical therapy, said to me, like, a lot of this is because, like, you know, you never had the feeling of safety and you tend to recreate not feeling safe. Okay. And even then, and even now, if something happens, it's a game changer to embody and be, no matter what is going on. By the way, there can be, now I am not talking about safety in terms of a health concern or a physical concern. I am talking about the emotional lack of safety we tend to create in relationships. This is not about like an emergency at a bank or something, you know, where you physically aren't safe. This is more about emotional safety, mental safety, and being safe with the person. A lot of us create and recreate and redistribute into our reality relationships that just aren't safe over and over again because it's all that we know. This client was very similar to that. Okay. I had said, well, in order for him to give you safety, you have to be first. In order for him to give you security, you have to be secure first as a state of being, as who you are. It's not about, oh yeah, I'm safe and I'm safe and I'm okay, right? But then what's he doing? What's he saying? What's going on? Having a bunch of anxiety, right? It is no, like, I am safe and I'm in control of my sense of safety and security because I'm choosing it as mine. And this is who I am now, right? Also, if you've associated to yourself as being anxious, a worrisome person, have had a lot of fear, rapid thinking going on for a long time, this is for you too. It is to start being, and you guys, I give you the green light to experiment. First of all, having that foundational quality of, this is my reality. I am the operant power. I am creating this. It comes from me. This is my experience. This is my movie. And I'm changing who I am in it. And then it's thinking, and I'm safe to be loved. I'm safe to receive love. I'm creating safety within myself. Now, yes, those are affirmations because there is no other way to explain this. But I'm not saying for you to sit down and rapidly affirm these without getting into associating to being this. Now, those are foundational concepts that you really need for almost anything that you're manifesting that's new, okay? But with this situation with her person, I said, well, We want to think that we are recreating the version of him that he was that you first met, but that it's even better. Because if we're tending to go back to a previous version of someone, a previous time with someone, like that was so much better. It's also kind of like saying that the times in between, the lessons that were learned, the experiences that we had between then and now, that they aren't applicable. And I said, since we are creating him now, how about if we create him to be even more attentive, even more with you, do things for you, be there for you, and always take care of things for you. And she had 3 friends. She had 3 big dogs that she always kind of had something going on with. And previously, he had helped her with those. Okay. So I said, so from within, I want you to start associating to him and the version of him that is now. The first steps were apologizing, coming back, making it right, wants to be together, wants to be with me, and that loves doing things for me. And I said, let's walk around and start feeling and thinking and being. And like, this is pretend, but so is everything that he's doing this, that this is who he is now. The more that you declare, this is who he is now, this is what's going on, this is what I'm experiencing in the movie in my mind, and therefore it has to happen, the quicker it will happen. If you're in a sense of disempowerment, thinking that other people are the star of the movie, other people run the show, then it will be very difficult to stay on track. I want to say too, like I say to everybody all week long in my one-on-ones, this is big stuff, you guys. Most of us were not born with the, you create your reality comes from you. No, we're often taught that who creates reality? The government. The newer thing is like, the alien warfare. I gotta say, guys, I've always been into aliens in terms of I fully believe aliens exist in a multiverse and there are many species of aliens, but not the way that we're trying to do it in the media. It's a little bit weird, okay? Total side note, okay. Aliens, I love them. But we're getting into a victim thing, right? The aliens are going to come. There's going to be warfare. The government is against us. It doesn't have this, the classes, wherever you live, etc. These things control how we are. We have not been taught the information of, so like really, no matter what, I can create love and affection and connection with my person. Really, no matter what, I can create health and wealth and abundance. Really, no matter what, I can create happiness and consistently being fulfilled and magnetic and having a really good time on planet Earth. No. But it's up to you, you guys. Take baby steps to focus on this, learn this, take it in, and to live in the universe and live in the reality of your choosing, because it's all available to you. All of these options exist. They all exist, but let's focus on the one that you want with your person. Now, talking about government, aliens, alien warfare, and I want to bring it back to relationships, your specific person. How do you do this? Now, it isn't just one fix it quick, say a list of affirmations about your person and it's done, right? You really have to, like I said, foundationally believe I am the creator of my reality, or like I'm just learning how to be at the experience of being the cause of my reality, the creator of my reality with all things, that it comes from me. It's all up to me. Okay. The second step is the foundational concept of safety, security, stability, the opposite of anxiety, the opposite of rapid thinking, right? And then I said to her, we have to practice being in love with the version of him that you want now. Practice that he is giving you and doing all the things for you that you want, and that you get to be the one who is in the relationship, who is receiving the love, the care, the adoration, the help with the doggies, the doing all the things, that he's really there being a supporter for you, and that you no longer have feelings of despair, sad, loneliness, apathy, anguish, because there is no need for it, right? Now, if you are feeling apathetic, sad, and in anguish state about your person, my other advice is to move through it and not resisting what you've created, not resisting the feelings, not having to reframe, revise, redo everything. It is allowing the feelings of the unwanted to move through you and about your experience as you create and affirm and think about what you want and feel into the experience that you want, right? The thing is that your thoughts create. So your thoughts create the experience within that you're choosing. Your thoughts create who you're deciding your role is in your own movie. Your thoughts create who the person shows up as, right? So the more that you think that someone is not emotional, has an emotional wall, is so avoidant, this always happens, blah, 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 that is what's going to happen. Okay. It is this simple. This is not a super uber complicated process to recreate your relationship, recreate your person, and finally get and be the one that is receiving the love, right? Now, that's the third caveat to the whole thing is who are you in this scenario, right? We're imagining and thinking they're this, they're that, they're doing this, they're saying this is who they are, but who are you, right? Chances are in this scenario, you would be the one who is lovingly reciprocating, who is receiving all the love, receiving all the attention, and reciprocating through happiness, pleasure, joy, and that everything is working out for you, okay? So really think about these things. Just like this client, you can go from breakup to makeup. You can go from a blip to getting back together better than ever. You can go from multiple arguments to having reconciliations. It's just a matter of your thoughts, your perspective, who you're holding yourself to be, and who you're holding them to be. Okay? So really give this some thought this week. Massage this into your mind. I am the operant power of my reality, being, though, the operant power of your reality. I am embodying safety and security, really being and thinking I am safe and I'm stable, I'm secure now, which allows for me to create the love and the adoration with the person that I'm wanting. Okay. You got to have this to do this. It's necessary. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about too is being unbothered and slightly unaffected by what the person is doing that you don't like. We just want to take our attention to what you do want and what you do like and what is happening within you, right? So it's also learning how to be the person that is not uber reactive, telling them what to do, telling them how to treat you, telling them you have to do this, we need to communicate more, we have to future plan, we have to do this, right? Now, if you're the person in the relationship who is receiving the love, the adoration, and you're trusting the person cares for you, then there would be less for you to hash out in your reality anyways, right? It comes back to trust and faith in the process and the person and what you're manifesting. But really checking in with yourself. Who am I being? Who am I holding myself to be? Who am I deciding I am? What actions am I taking from that place, right? And coming back to the thoughts of my thoughts create that, my thoughts create me. What am I thinking about me? What am I thinking about them? I am the operant power here. I create it all. It all comes from me. So guess what? I get to decide. Keep deciding, keep on affirming, keep on thinking until it happens. Persisting until it comes through. Okay. So this video is kind of short, kind of sweet, a lot of bullet points. Let's stay on track this week. And also we're approaching a holiday in the United States. Happy 4th of July to everyone. I actually think this video, yeah, it will be airing July 1st. Okay, so I was right. It is right before the 4th of July. Have a safe holiday. Speaking of safety, have fun no matter what. If you're single and you're at home, having a great time, living up the evening, focusing on yourself, focusing on these things of I am the operant power. I am learning how to really create my reality appropriately. You guys have got this, okay? Enjoy the summer. Have some fun. Have some smiles. Celebrate yourself because you're worth it. I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.